Aspinall. I mean, that was a ridiculous semi-final against Gary Anderson. An average of just under 99. The 170 to get it back on level terms, to go into the last leg decider, was something spellbinding. He loves a 170. Won the UK Open with it all those years ago. Paul Nicholson alongside me in the commentary box. This is not the final I expect many were predicting, but there was no reason why either of these players couldn't get to the final, because they're quality dart players.
As proven by the first 3 darts that Nathan has thrown in this final. To say that 170 checkout from Nathan in the semi-finals is the best one of the week is a ridiculous statement, considering what Rob Cross did in Cardiff on Thursday. If you'd have said to me on Friday morning there will be a better 170 than that, I would have said, get out. But Aspinall will be favourite for this title. He is maybe more equipped to win this title than he was in Munich 2 years ago against Michael Smith.
He has played brilliantly this weekend. Apart from the first round match against Richie Edhouse, or second round match, Aspinall entered in that stage as a seeded player. Did enough to win. Ground Edhouse down, averaging 88. But since then, 1-on-1 against Jermaine Wattimena this afternoon. He was fabulous in dispatching the world #1 Luke Humphries. And then he dug deep, as he typically does, to beat Gary Anderson. And he could be starting with a break of throwing 11. That would be a good sign.
"12 will do." 12 will do very, very nicely. After the hot start against Anderson, the Flying Scotsman would then overtake the Asp. But we know that this lad has got resilience, maybe like no other player active on the roster. This game has got shades of 2013. Someone born in Newcastle against someone from the northwest of England. Neither myself or Wes Newton had won a European Tour title going into that final. It will be Wes's time. It went the distance, as many finals have since. It's an £18,000 game. And it already has 3 maximums. I'd like to sit here and say that the £18,000 makes a difference. It really doesn't. From a financial standpoint, from a rankings standpoint, it most definitely does. For both players.
130.
Good use of the bullseye, leaves single to double, so this 138 is under pressure. So many ton plus checkouts this weekend from both these guys. 8 in total. Aspinall steadies himself.
They are shouting Aspinall. Are they still shouting it?
126.
That was super close.
Round required 51.
Aspinall is enjoying this already.
But Ryan enjoyed that. I'm here too, he says.
Call him whatever you want. Call him Ryan. Call him relentless. Call him ruthless, as it states on the flight. He's all 3. He thoroughly deserves this final.
96.
And it's far from his first final in PDC darts, but it's the biggest final he's ever been in. He said in 2020, when he beat Dave Chisnell at the Summer Series during COVID, literally minutes after winning his first PDC title, "I'll judge myself when I win my second." He had to wait a little bit of time to get that second, and now he's on the cusp of a third.
Just over 3 years. October 2023, when he beat Gezi in Barnsley. But this could be a launch pad for Ryan Joyce. He spent the last few years kind of being one of those players who maybe sneaks into things like the match play and the Grand Prix. He wants to be an established name who turns up to every tournament.
Absolutely. You want to be able to plan ahead, not just 2 or 3 weeks, 6 to 9 months ahead. That's the luxury you would get by winning. Just ask Riccardo Pietreczko when he won the German Darts Championship. Everything changed following that. And you talk about people facing each other in a final like this, and neither player has won one. You go back to Johnny Clayton versus Gezi Price in Graz. Johnny Clayton wasn't even supposed to be seeded for that tournament. He's booked up.
Ryan, you require 154.
Take the fortune and move on. That's what Ryan's trying to do here in Göttingen.
94. Nathan, you require 129.
Into now checkout might be one that requires the bullseye. Aspinall licking his lips. Has options. Double 12.
105.
Second time he's missed that double on a 3-dart outshot.
60.
Missed it twice when Ryan's on a 2-darter. And one people against the lad from Newcastle. They're not being mean about it, but they know who they want to win.
140.
I can see the sign now when we're leaving tomorrow on the train. You are leaving Göttingen, twinned with Stockport.
140.
Really putting Stockport on the map.
Doesn't even live in Stockport anymore.
93.
Lives in a fancier part of Greater Manchester.
Nathan Aspinall has produced high-quality stuff against Joyce in the past. Their only meeting on the European Tour was in 2019 in Gibraltar. He averaged 108. He's eclipsing that now. 112 or 111.
120.
Yeah, that was a really big night in Gibraltar for Krzysztof Ratajski. That was his first European Tour victory.
100.
And he went berserk in the semis and final.
Nathan would be tempted to go berserk if he hit 140. Plan B, get a ton.
The hard way.
100. Ryan, you require 140.
Corker of the last dart.
Used the lie really well.
132.
They're jousting.
Nathan, you require 40.
Two-leg cushion it could be. Two-leg cushion it is. He's already playing so much better than he did in Munich 2 years ago. Quality everywhere you look. They've both turned up. That's all we could have wished for.
It's real testament to both players, the fact that they're playing their 4th games of the day. They'll be feeling tired. Ryan in particular was first on this afternoon, so he'll have been at the venue around about 10 o'clock local time.
60.
Went back to the hotel in between. Came back around 6 o'clock just before the bull-off, before the Menzies game. When you get to these finals,
80.
adrenaline kicks in, and if you are a little jaded, that adrenaline is needed. And whatever you've got left, you leave it out there.
100.
They're going to be tired after this, but they won't mind that one jot. The greats on the European Tour like Chisnell, Humphreys, Price, Wright, Van Gerwen and others, they've mastered pacing their energy levels throughout the Sundays. These two are yet to discover that. This will be the first notch on the belt.
100. 123.
Brilliant again. Treble 15.
165.
Extraordinary.
Right to require 103.
Joyce might have to hit this.
Treble 17. Both those darts just sitting on the top wire.
62. Nathan,
Not doing him any good. Nathan Aspinall to go halfway to victory. This final has flown by already because it's been such high quality. Double 8 required.
That double's about twice the size now. Not anymore.
8.
Chance.
Right
Could have been
to require
4-1.
41.
Favourite double. Second favourite double.
33.
Neither cooperate. That's what Joyce can't afford to do. Sounds like they're chanting HBK. Nathan doesn't want to be heartbroken. And he isn't. He's the halfway kid. He has not won a PDC title since winning the World Match Play. So much has been said about the ranking money that's coming off in the summer. Let's put that to one side. This is Aspinall trying to complete a set.
58.
There's a lot of chatter about this in practice rooms all over the country and the world. Win on the floor. Win on the Euro Tour. Win in the World Series. Win a big major and the Worlds.
85.
If he wins this game from 4-1 up, he'll have 4 of the 5.
So many things could change for Aspinall if he wins this tournament, because in the short term, they'll be bumped into the top 32 in the Pro Tour list, so he'll be a seed for Players' Championship events. In the slightly longer term, it'll put him in a Grand Prix position, because he's not in one at the moment. Ridiculous as it sounds that 32 players would get in ahead of him.
It's not ridiculous. The rankings don't lie. Just ask Dimitri Vandenberg right now. As for Joyce, he is in a match play spot because of this run.
81.
He wins this final from this position, he's likely in the match play already. Title means more.
108.
Other events can wait. What you want are fingerprints on trophies.
137.
And the fight back has got to start now, isn't that right, Ryan? You don't often see him miss double 16 with 3 darts, and he doesn't on this occasion. It's a valuable break of throw. The 15 darter he takes. As much as there will be bragging rights,
41.
he's having banter with Dobie and Rids and Hunt, all of his pals who have been in this tournament. They'll all be watching thinking, come on, Rye guy. He'll want him to win.
Is that what they call him?
Maybe.
140.
Thought it'd be more along the lines of, come on, Joycey lad.
It will be.
100.
He doesn't mind that the flight's on the floor there. It's skidded into the 60. Whoever wins tonight, this is a good story for darts.
First time in 3 years that we've had a final contested by 2 players who've never won a European Tour. In Munich, when Martin Lutman took on a lad called Humphreys.
59.
Remarkable to say that, isn't it?
He's gone on to do things, I've heard, since that win.
100.
We haven't had a maximum in a while, but that's number 5.
That's the standard of darts, where we go 4 legs without one, and we consider that a drought.
Nathan's level of play in this final has been extraordinary. Couple that with what he did
89.
in his previous game as well, against one of the greats of all time.
100. Nathan, you require 32.
This game is about composure for Nathan now. He's on a double after 12, just like Joyce was in the previous leg on this double. That's okay. That's actually turned the dart away.
No score.
It was more open on dart 3 than it was on dart 2, but he still couldn't find it.
102.
This could be a tide turner. 57 off, leaves 45. It's the usual suspect.
86.
He's missed it again.
Nathan, you require 32.
He's been uncharacteristically sloppy on that side of the board. Another break of throw. Double 4. Huge moment.
24. Ryan, you require 16.
He probably won't miss again.
Game shot the 7th. Ryan Joyce. 8th, it's Nathan to
Nathan
throw
knows you
first.
can't give him
Game
2
on.
bites of the cherry. You have to accept that and move on. He's still got a break of throw in the bank. And that's how he responds.
180.
Well, that 180 lifts the average to 101.5. I was going to make the point that those 6 missed darts at double saw his average dip
83.
below a ton. He's already missed 14 darts at double.
And still he's on 101.69.
140.
Pretty much the only thing we haven't had in this tournament is a perfect leg. And Nathan's broken the streak of people in this tournament losing matches after hitting a 170.
140.
And Joyce has broken the streak of Van Gerwen in this building in European Tour events.
96.
It's good. We saw Aspinall on 138 earlier, missing double 12. Tops. How has that not gone in?
Ryan, you require 138.
This isn't going in either. And the moment that single 18 is found, Aspinall is geeing himself up.
98. Nathan, you require 40.
Well, he can console himself in the fact that Ryan Joyce, if he comes back, will be going at tops. A double he despises. Nathan will despise it if he doesn't hit it, but he does.
Nathan Aspinall.
Trying to keep a lid on the celebrations, does not want to expend too much energy, because energy levels will be decreasing among these two.
Yes, they will.
140.
Brian doesn't spend energy in the same lumps as Nathan. Aspinall needs more reserves. He's going to have to measure that to the very end. Look at him in the background. He is so intense.
60.
He has to play this way. This is how he plays his best darts. But if the World Match Play Final taught us anything, it's that he can do it over a very long distance.
100.
But when the zip on the shirt goes all the way to the bottom, that means that you're breathing heavily.
60.
It's a look you tend to see in places like Graz and Prague and Budapest. The roasting Euro Tour venues. It is getting quite warm in here
57.
Heat and humidity, I think, has increased as the weekend has gone on.
Yeah, this place is like 4,000 Antarctic penguins hugging together, watching a game of darts.
121.
Well, that's a great last start.
Ryan requiring 120.
Gets him into a doable range, but Joyce is already there. That's gone in sideways. Tops.
80. Nathan, you require 140.
I hasten to say, because this is for a break of throw and a 6-3 lead, if he hits this, there must be a reaction. No shot.
86.
So Joyce has got to make friends with a double he dislikes.
Game shown the night play.
All's well that ends well, and it's now 5-4.
Template is Nathan to throw first. Game on.
You said earlier, Dan, that they've only played on the European Tour once. They've played 7 times previously. It's 4-3 Aspinall. Head-to-head records often tell us a story.
45.
The most vivid one from this tournament was after the semi-finals with Joyce and Van Gerwen. Ryan's now beaten Van Gerwen the last 3 times he's played him. He's on an upward trend.
60.
These guys have not met since the World Grand Prix last year.
100.
Joyce won that by 3-2. Very different format. Doesn't have any bearing on this game whatsoever, in my
98.
opinion.
Format that lends itself to Joyce's big strength, which is doubles.
100.
Nudging ahead after 9 in this, but Aspinall won't panic.
100.
Why would you panic when you can hit a 180?
Just at the point where his average was starting to dip a little bit.
60. Nathan, you require 100.
He's got breathing space here. Those cheeks are getting a little bit rosy. Might use treble 12 here.
50.
Sensible. And no point doing something akin to what Jermaine Wattimena did earlier when he went for 2 double 16s on 64.
And who knows, if Wattimena's decision-making had been more conventional in that game, could have emerged as the winner.
Absolutely.
Aspinall could be waiting a few weeks more for a chance to win a Euro Tour. But he's here now, he's 6-4 up. He is 2 legs away from his greatest success on the Euro Tour.
Well, if this was a few years ago in this tournament, Aspinall's the champion. But in 2025 and the last few years, these European Tour events are settled over best of 15 legs.
96.
Joyce's numbers have plateaued. 1 out of every 3 darts at double hit. That is well below
58.
his seasonal percentage. But his average in this game is just a shade above what he does on the whole in 2025.
100.
You do get the feeling that he's going to have to press the turbo at some point. It might be really soon.
Not enough to get to a finish. Nathan will go the same route, 265. We tend to see players starting on the 19s, as 5 of them leave 170.
Well, I think he should have moved to the 20s after dart 1.
100.
I can only assume he thought it was such a good guide, it was next to the wire.
Yeah, he's looking at a calculated gamble, but I would assess that as something that he won't do again. If he could go back about a minute, he would change what he did right there.
Could have even gone treble 13 to have a go at the bull. Tops for Joyce. That's why he doesn't like it. It's lying flat. It makes it awkward.
Nathan is getting opportunities. Does he snaffle this one up? Yes, he does. He has never been closer to a first European Tour victory. One more, he says. It might be this leg. This one is getting away from Joyce for a couple of reasons. His best doubles haven't been as sharp in this final, and he's found himself on the doubles he dislikes more.
140.
Nathan Aspinall won the match play in 2023. He has not won a title since.
Correct.
Astounding to think that someone who wins darts' second biggest prize would go nearly 2 years without winning one after claiming it. We know Nathan's had his problems with injuries. He's trying to manage it. He's trying to do as much as he possibly can. And winning here will afford him the luxury to pick and choose a little bit more,
which might be crucial for his longevity. Still thinking clearly. He wanted to leave 130 for the win.
96.
He's going to have 6 darts. His heart will be thumping right now. That is more than good enough. When he looks back at that score sheet, he's going to see 72 for a little slice of Nathan Aspinall history.
He's got so many choices. Double 12. At long last, Nathan Aspinall can call himself a European Tour winner. The Lokala in Göttingen will always have a special place in his heart.